The following is a presentation of Muddy River Sports.
Welcome to another episode of Schuck on a Truck, brought to you by Shottenkirk Toyota. I'm Muddy River Sports editor Matt Schuckman, hanging out on the tailgate here in Macomb, Illinois, with the head coach of the WIU men's basketball program, Chad Boudreau. Thank you for doing this.
Hey, thanks for
This
coming
is
up.
awesome.
It's good to have you here. It's
good to be here.
Day.
It is.
Great day to be a Leatherneck and great day to be in Macomb.
We're 1 week out from your guys' season opener. You're on the road the first 4 games of the year. You start at Radford. How close are you to being ready for an actual game?
We're ready. You know, we're kind of chomping at the bit, to be honest
bet.
with you. You know, this time of year, we've had a couple close scrimmages, and those went well, and we're getting close to being healthy, which is a big thing. The first 4 games, 3 of those are bye games, and so those are, you know, it's a tough for us. It puts us in a tough situation, and we'll see how we react. We got a lot of new faces. I'm excited for them, and I want us to get a good test early.
Radford, then Iowa, then the trip to California for 2 games.
Bakersfield and Baptist.
And then you finally home, I believe November 17th is the first home game.
November 17th, first home game. But, you know, the road tests are good for us. It's good for us, you know, one, to get away and play new people. But the other thing is everybody, you know, the landscape's changing. And people are pouring money into men's basketball and football and some of the other. But it's really going into those too. And you're seeing in Radford, we're going to see a team that's going to look very similar to Iowa. They're going to be long. They're going to be athletic. You know, they've done some things to take that program to another level, and it's going to be a really good test for us. I'm excited.
I know you and I were talking as we got set up for this. You've had just the nicks and knacks and injuries that go along with preseason and stuff, but it sounds like you're ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready. And we have older guys. That was the one thing when I put this group together, and we got a lot of new faces, is I wanted older, mature. Culture became a big priority for me in this time around, and it always is, but it's hard to recruit culture because you've got to get out and see these guys. You got to, and it's hard with the transfer portal and everything that's going on. It's difficult, but I think we've done a really good job of putting together the right pieces, and so they're older and more mature. They're ready for that adversity. You know, like some teams, you might want to start out with a couple of 91s and you settle into your schedule and get some confidence. This group they're coming in with a lot of confidence. They're healthy. And we want to go on the road and get a test right away. And Radford's going to be a test. And
you mentioned the portal. How difficult is it, because of the portal, to build the relationships? Sometimes you only have a guy a year. Sometimes you're bringing them in as a grad student or a senior, and you don't have 4 years to get that bond. How difficult is that to get that going?
It's a great question, and I love it because you're very familiar with the junior college scene in the area, and I've got a junior college background. It has the relationship building is pretty quickly, but you have to do so much legwork, and I didn't feel like I did a good job of that a year ago. I know I've done a better job of just by being around the guys this summer and this fall, and that is getting the right players that's going to fit Macomb, fit Western Illinois, fit our league.
Yeah, makes sense.
And so if you get the right pieces, they can come together pretty quickly. I thought last year we finally came together. It was February. It was too late. You know, we won 4 out of our last 6 games.
Right. Yep.
And it was too late. The year before, that team came together a little more quickly around December. So when they started clicking, and we're a game away from winning the conference at 13-5, won 21 games. And this group has that feel. They're just a little more. They're just a little more mature, and they're buying in. They're doing a good job. The nice thing is, to build on that, though, I want to add, there's so much negative about the portal, and I think in a place like Western, if we were setting on a 2021 Tundra with a V8 in it a few years ago, Hoyt would not know that, by the way.
No, he would
Brad
not.
Hoyt would
not
have
at
no
all.
clue. No, not a clue. Dewar wouldn't either. But anyway, in 2021, if we'd been setting on that V8, we would have talked about the things we need to do to get Western Illinois to be one of the top teams in the league. We would have talked about facility. We would have talked about the improvements in our travel, and, you know, and it would have cost millions and millions of dollars, and it doesn't now. Like with the portal, you can change things pretty quickly.
Yes.
And it doesn't take millions. It takes, at our level, it takes thousands. And it's stuff that, you know, the community can get behind, but we can also raise that money too through buy games and use that to push us to a level that we couldn't achieve before.
Right.
And I think it's there, and I'm excited about. That's why I do like the portal, and I'm excited about this, because I think there is the opportunity for us to do something special at Western Illinois, and that's what I want to do.
I never realized how busy this campus is. As we're sitting here doing this, there's cars zipping around.
Well, I told people
you're
going to be here, so I said to the driver, I got squirrels.
Well, the squirrels I'm used to.
They're not used to doing that down in Quincy. It's different up here in Macomb.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is busy. Campus is busy, and it's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
And that's just it. That's where sports and that's where basketball can be the avenue, the gate to get you up here, get more people on campus. And if we put a little into basketball, we have a great year, people are going to come to campus. When they come to campus, they're going to see this activity. They're going to see the beautiful new Performing Arts Center that's going up on campus. It's gorgeous. They're going to see our dorms. Our dorms are great. The food in our dorms is great. They've done a great job with that this past year. There's just a lot of really good things going on. We were at the AGR house the other night with the ag program. You know, look at the ag program. You have a great ag program in Western Illinois. And basketball, we can be the one. Football, all the sports here, we can be the avenue to get people on campus, and that starts with us winning and being successful. And I think I really do. I think it's the avenue to do that, and the ease of that it's always difficult, but it's easier now than it was in 2021.
Without a doubt. And you mentioned the ag program and the success and how the high quality of the ag program here at WIU. It's one of the reasons you got one of your transfers to come here because he wants to study ag and he wants to play. And Danny Stevens, a guy that people in our area know very well. It's going to be fun to see him wearing purple this winter.
There's a lot of things off the court we relate to. You know, with the farming stuff, the fishing stuff, the hunting stuff, and Danny. I'm excited to have Danny here. Danny. Unfortunately for Danny's always he's a tough kid. He's always had injuries. He's kind of been banged up, and he's a little banged up right now too. But when he's healthy and he's ready to go, he's going to be a big piece of what we do. And it's good to have him back. One, because he is from the area and I know him so well. But he's also a guy that fits what we want to do on the court and culturally when I talk about off the court. He's just such a great fit.
No doubt about it. And let's be honest, it helps draw interest to your program when you're able to recruit athletes from the region. And I'm not saying specifically Macomb or a 30-mile bubble or whatever, but somebody that people can relate to and go, hey, I watched him in high school. Let's see how he's doing at WIU. Now, you can't go across the board every single kid from the area because you have to expand. But when you find the right one, it really helps.
We've actively recruited kids in the area. We recruited a couple, young man from Quincy for a few years. And there's a couple other guys in the area recruiting. We got a commitment from a young man in Southeast Iowa. Can't talk about it yet. He hasn't signed his scholarship, but that's holding down the area.
We're not violating NCAA rules on this show.
Absolutely not. We'll leave that to Brad. It's important to recruit the area, but it's also important to get guys from the area that can play and can contribute.
Without doubt.
And Danny's somebody that's going to play and going to contribute. And there's other guys there. Like the area is you and I have talked about this before. This is a basketball area.
Without a doubt.
And I think a lot of that started with Quincy High back in the day with Jerry Leggett and that legacy that was built there, and it's just kind of spread around in the tri-state area. And we got to be able to hold down the area, and we want kids to want to be here. And a lot of that falls on me and us. We got to be successful. We got to win. We got to put a good product on the floor and make them excited and want to be here.
When you speak of that product on the floor, what's the strength of this group right now? Well, as you see it, a week before you play, what do you see the strength of this group?
You said it, strength. It's our physical.
Is it? Okay.
Our size. And when people think of size, they think of size up front. For me, where we lacked size last year was from our guards down to our floor. 1 through 4, we just weren't physically strong enough. And you think about my background, Wisconsin background, Badger background. I want physical guards. I want guards that can post up and be strong. And so I've had to change, and I joke about Hoyt, but Hoyt and I have talked about it quite a bit. Both of us have we've had to change our recruiting, not the type of kid, but where we're looking for the kids. Like in this transfer, and that is getting guys that maybe other people see as a 5-man, I might see him as a 3-man, or I see a 2-man, and we can turn him into a 4 because and so we're kind of moving pieces around. But within that, I've gotten us bigger, stronger. Our strength is our physicality. We're going to be physical.
You can't have a backcourt where guys are getting knocked off the ball and guys aren't able to take a little pounding if they go take it to the hole. Because if they're scared to go in there, not going to do you any good.
And the other thing is that's come about, it's harder to get a lot of that length and athleticism that jumps out that everybody notices makes big money. That's when you're in the portal and people are watching film and they see a guy that's 6'6" and he can make change off the top of the backboard, like, I want that. And they spend money on that. That's where resource-wise, I've had to change my thinking. The Oakland A's, the Milwaukee Brewers, they're not out spending the Dodgers and the Yankees.
And
they got to go to they got to put guys in a farm system. They got to do things a little differently. And that's what we're doing here. We have to look through the lens of the Brewers or the A's and we got to look at different. And so for me, instead of getting that length and athleticism, which we can't buy, I got to get more physical and stronger and get some guys in some different positions.
Obviously, when you look at the league, the OVC, it's going to be an interesting league because you've got some top tier teams that have reloaded and are pretty good. I think they maybe underestimate you guys a little bit, and we'll see how you rise in that. But does that spark your guys? Does that motivate your guys to go, hey, we're better than that?
I told them in the summer, because we had so much turnover, which I wanted. I wanted that turnover because I think it's important. If you're finishing 8th and 9th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th in the league, you're obviously not good enough.
Yeah.
And there's things that you need to change, that I need to change as a coach, but also in your personnel you need to change. That's one. Two, I think a lot of people, when they look at the league and look at the standings, I know this from talking to other coaches around the country, they're doing, like their preseason stuff, they're doing based off, okay, this team has this amount of collective money, and this team has this amount. And it's just going down, it's a financial thing. It's just like every year in Major League Baseball, the Dodgers are going to be good. Why are the Dodgers going to be good? They're spending more money than everybody else.
Yep.
And there's certain teams in our league that you look at, Little Rock, for example, they're going to be good. They're going to be good every year. Darryl Walker's a great coach. They've got great facility. And they're doing things a little differently than us. And that's fine. We know that going into it. And so that's where I don't really use it as a motivation, because the players know that's how it is at all levels right now. You look at the Big Ten, they're going to be doing that off the same kind of framework that I'm talking about. Conference USA and some of these other schools, their conferences are doing the exact same thing. So I don't put a lot into it. People don't know what we have. We do, and we're excited about it. And we got to get through that first couple weeks of the bye games and the travel, and just keep building. And I'm excited about the OVC.
And I think what people have to realize is, because you have the bye games in there, and that, don't worry about the record after those first 4 games. Worry about how this team performed. Were they tough? Were they gritty? Were they, did they hang in there?
Did we guard?
Yeah,
did we execute? And early, we probably execution is going to be a struggle. It has been the last couple of years. Executing early. We beat San Jose State last year, first game of the year, and it was afterwards. The coach from San Jose State's a friend of mine. We were giggling about it. It was just an ugly, and we happened to execute a little bit better than they did, but neither one of us was really great.
Right.
We ended up winning it, but it's execution, and we want to see growth through that. But the biggest thing is just putting us in a corner and see how we react. And we're gonna be in a corner for the first 4 games, and then we'll see how we react and bounce back. Ideally, for me, and I want people to know this, like, I don't want to play non-D1s. I do not want to play non-D1s.
I don't blame you.
But financially, we have to play non-D1s because it takes out the travel of the away game, going somewhere else.
Makes sense.
It's an economics thing, but it'd be incredible to go out and schedule. And there's some teams in our area that won't play us, but it'd be nice to be able to take off and go play some Horizon League schools. Go play some leagues that would be very similar to ours, but financially we can't do that. So this is how we make up for that, is with the bye games and trying to play similar or close, like teams as we can.
Makes sense. Well, it's going to be fun. As we're sitting here right now, it's beautiful out here.
It is beautiful. We should be deer hunting today.
Well, that was what I was going to bring up. I know we're in basketball mode.
Yeah, we are.
But it's fall. We're almost to November.
But we both know it's not Halloween yet. And that's when we Halloween from about the 31st to November 17th, 18th. If those of you out there know what I'm talking about. That's the days we really want to be out. 30th to the 17th.
That's right.
18th.
So
it's a little early for us.
Now, do you sneak away? Can you sneak away from basketball to go do some of that stuff?
Actually, I do. I get time to do that. I have a place over in Missouri. Family's from Northeast Missouri, and so I get over there. I have a place over in Iowa. And then I was fortunate when I first moved down here. Jack and Monty Louderman from Louderman's Auctions helped me out, and I ended up buying a place over by Fandy. So I have a little farm here, and I got deer in my yard every morning.
You don't have to travel as far.
No, and I've kind of I'm getting old. I'd rather just kind of sit in my shed out there and just watch them. And but it is that time of year, and that's what the beauty for me. And you get this too.
Oh yeah.
Basketball season is my favorite time of year, but it coincides with just a beautiful time of year for hunting, being outdoors,
no doubt.
And then you've got the family stuff coming up with Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it's just it's a beautiful time of year. I'm thankful for it, very thankful.
I went out to Quincy University's men's basketball program's first practice, and I texted my wife while I was sitting there. I'm in my happy place.
Yeah,
because it's part of it. It's just part of the fall. It's part of that feeling of, okay, this is going to be a great winter. This is,
And your wife probably would say, but my wife said, that is, okay, you're not You're not babysitting and chasing our kids around. You're either hunting or you're at a basketball game.
Yep.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So, by the way, we've got something here, and I didn't want to pull this out too soon. Brad Hoyt, just remember this. Look at what we got. We got gear. We got fresh.
We're gonna fill up the back of this truck.
WIU gear. This will be displayed in our office.
Do you have Quincy University basketball gear?
I do not.
You don't? Huh.
No. So
There's been a change over there. New coach. He's probably just got. No, he's already been there. He was there a year. I'd assume he'd already got that to you. Huh.
Well, that's all right though.
A little disappointing, but
it is. But this is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna look good on you.
It will.
Purple looks way better on you than brown or whatever. Maroon or whatever their colors are.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for being
and thanks
here.
for doing this. This is a
Anytime.
blast, and like we talked about, we want to get to hear more. Whether it's myself or Chris Dewar, get out and spend some time with you guys, and
I'm excited for that. And I'm really excited about you and Chris being together. You
it's
talk
a blast.
about two. It's like the Godfathers team up, and it's awesome. And I'm excited for the area sports.
Yeah.
To get you two together is going to be amazing, and I was thrilled for it, and I know that a lot of people in the community are really thrilled for it. You guys do a great job.
Thank
I really
you.
have a lot of respect for what you do.
Well, we're going to have you on Muddy Night Lights with us sometime.
I want to be on there as much as possible. And if you could get Chris on there with Brad, it's on.
Oh,
it'll be on.
That would be a fun Monday night.
It would be a fun Monday night.
It might take up the entire 2-hour show.
It could. We try.
I know
try.
there's no try. I know we could do it.
No,
so.
it's going to be a good thing, and anytime I'm all in. I'm all in for the area. I'm all in for what you're doing.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
well,
you.
Good luck with everything. Enjoy I know it's a long road trip. The first 4 games, especially since you're going one side of the country to the other.
Yeah. It's the perils of this level right now.
Yeah.
It's the financial side of it. It doesn't, from the outside looking in, it's like, wow, you're traveling a long ways. Surely you can get somebody. No.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy. It's not. And in these a lot of these smaller schools they're paying as much or more than Illinois and Wisconsin. So it's just a different time in college basketball, but it's a beautiful time. It's a good thing for us.
We look forward to it.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with everything.
Thanks for coming.
I
appreciate it.
For WIU basketball coach Chad Boudreau, I'm Matt Schuckman. This has been another episode of Schuck on a Truck, brought to you by Shottenkirk Toyota.
Muddy River Sports. Our home, our sports.